They called this fella White Chocolate. White Chocolate. Salute to YG, man. We got another amazing video. NBA legends and the players explain how amazing Jason Williams was. Let's get right into it, y'all. White Chocolate.
K. Gala and Jason Williams, also known as White Chocolate. This guy was one of the most entertaining players to watch in the 90s and the 2000s. Like the passes that he was doing, it was never seen before. And the fact that he pulled off a behind the back elbow pass in a game, it's just crazy. And when I watch his passing highlights, it's better than some players' dunking highlights. And that just says a lot of how flashy he was, because most of his passes were just unreal. And you can almost say that he was playing NBA Jam in real life. Like every time he's coming down the court, you're expecting a highlight from him. And I feel like he didn't really reach his full potential. Even though he was a solid piece for that 2006 championship for the Miami Heat, I still feel like he should have been better than what he was. If he would have developed a reliable shot, I felt like he could have been a Steve Nash type of player. So anyways, man, we're gonna listen to NBA legends and players talk about how amazing Jason Williams was. But before we get straight into that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for the culture so you won't be missing any of my videos. And let's get to the vid, man.
A guy that I have to mention that I really had fun playing with, White Chocolate in Miami.
White Chocolate.
White Chocolate was nice to play with because I could just put my hand up like that and the ball would be right
he
there.
Knew
every
where.
time.
You know what?
Every time.
Jason Williams would never.
Shout out to White Chocolate.
Right. He
Yes.
would never get the credit that's due as one of those point guards, but he was definitely flash of his time, and he definitely was one of the premier guards of his time. So shout out to J-Dub out there, man. Thank you. I know I know people try to mix that up.
J-Dub, I love you. You're underappreciated.
Right.
Great player.
White Chocolate, right.
No, it's cool, man. You know, obviously, somebody I won a championship with, somebody that was very important to our championship run. You know, our point guard who settled us, had some big games for us. So, you know, when I got the call he was going to be here and, you know, he wanted to exchange jerseys, I was happy it was the White Chocolate one.
White Chocolate.
You know, obviously, we grew up watching him, and I was just lucky enough to be able to play with him, you know, when I was young in this league. So it was a cool moment for me to be able to exchange, you know, that Sacramento 55 jersey with him.
He really don't know the game. I always tell people, when he learned the game like John Stockton, somebody like that, with his abilities, his skills, what they call him, White Chocolate, he's going to be special. But it's up to him to take it as far as he wanted to be taken.
When you're with him and you're hanging out around him, what is the public reaction?
That's the guy. That's the guy, White Chocolate. When you say that name, you know who you talking about, the legend. You know, a lot of people don't use the word legend and don't really mean it, but when we say your name, you're a legend for real.
Listen here, it's not too many guys that I played against. When we switch a pick and roll and I want to guard, I get embarrassed. Like this dude right here would do something so creative to embarrass you out there. Like I didn't like to guard him.
In game.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Uh-huh.
When you do moves, I consider Gary Payton one of the probably the greatest point guard defender ever in the history of NBA. And when you make him try to trip you, he gotta use his legs to try to trip you to stop you. You know you for real.
Can you explain just the reaction in the league when you first started doing all this stuff and people just didn't even know what to make of you?
Man, to be honest, I really didn't pay much attention to it. I was just out there playing, just trying to win, have fun. And I think I get a raw end on that side of it a little bit because all I want to do is win.
Though, bro.
And my teammates knew that. I don't think the whole public knew that. You know, they see me have a couple of turnovers, things like that, but bottom line, I just wanted to win.
The other players knew, though, right?
Oh, yeah, we definitely knew. Reincarnation of Pistol Pete. we knew he wanted
Pistol
to win.
Pete, man.
I have a question for Jason as well.
And we just checked out Pistol Pete, man. Legendary stuff, man. Legendary, man. Legendary.
Because first of all, one of my favorite players ever to watch.
Man.
Because I think he created what Steph Curry does, what Russell Westbrook does, pace and space. He created that in Sacramento, allowed Mike Bibby to come in and flourish into that. He created that environment. But all I want to see, if Kevin could get on one side of the floor and you just do the elbow pass to him in kind of slow motion, because I've never really seen it like in slow. I just would love to see the elbow pass, man.
Kenny, only for you. I'll try.
All right, Kevin, get on one wing, man.
What if it don't work? It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna work, man. It's gonna work.
You gotta get on this side.
There it is. It's gonna work.
Hey, Hey, shout out to Ray LaFrance. He got fouled, man. He'd have finished the joint.
Right.
He would have finished. All right, slow motion. You just put it there.
Oh!
We need it in slower motion.
Slower motion.
Man.
J-Dub, to me, you're one of the best point guards to ever play the game, especially with all your trickery.
Appreciate it.
Who in today's game would you say is similar to you?
Good question, D's.
Man, you know,
That's a good question.
He's talking about this, right?
some of these got like Kyrie Irving. I think he's got that. You know, he's got a hand. He finishes way better than me. I think he shoots better than me too. But I don't think he's really looking to pass like I was. A lot of these players today, I think, get it mixed up because they say they're a good passer, but I think there's a difference between a good passer and a willing passer.
Right, it is.
You know, I was more of a willing passer. I knew what time it was. I knew who needed the ball and where they needed the ball.
Hey, we're back on open court. Charles Barkley, Chris Webber, Steve Kerr, Steve Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Reggie Miller, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Point guard with the best handle you ever saw.
I got a chance to play with Jay Will and Cashapp, and I've never seen anybody with handles like this. And I'm gonna give Jay Will the nod.
Over Champ God?
I would see
Jay Will, baby.
No.
White chocolate.
Yeah.
No.
I would see Jay Will put 5-pound ankle weights on his.
Oh, that's Sham God do that.
Jay Will did that in West Virginia.
That's what Sham was doing.
Jay Will did that in West Virginia.
Matter of fact, Jay Will got this move. Have you seen this? Now that's the sham God. You throw it out. You know how you come behind the back, Reggie? Mm-hmm. Jay Will got this.
Yeah.
Jay Will got. I'm gonna fake
Everybody
it
in New York
behind the
do
back.
that, man. Come on, you kidding me?
Full speed.
No, but
You see what he, you see he made Gary Payton. You see
No,
Gary
he did.
Payton trying to
No,
swim.
don't-
Oh, remember that?
I remember that night, too.
He's hard with handles.
Okay.
I'm one of the closest players I've ever been with because in Sacramento I did not want to be there. And so my very first practice, my mom is giving me scriptures. Oh, this is gonna be a blessing. I'm like, Mom, please, I don't have enough time for that positive stuff. She's like, oh, it's just gonna be a blessing. And I remember after the first practice, I was like, called, and I was like, you're right, because Jay Will was just funny and appropriate. And so you know how you make your rookies do everything?
Right.
It wasn't even fun. I'm like, Jay Will, we landed in New York. I'm like, man, you got to get off the bus. It's snowing. Only in your tights. Go in and scream, who let the dogs out and pay for it? He would do whatever. And so one trip, we coming in Boston. It's a snowstorm. We would make him do all the things, and I was like, he was like, if I do one thing, you know, can I be off? We were like, yeah, whatever. So we get in Boston. I'm just listening to headphones. It's cold. It's freezing. And we're like, yeah, you know, what's going on? We get to the hotel. Everybody's checking in. Everybody's like, where's Jason? And we really can't find him. It's about maybe 3-4 minutes. And one of the ball boy goes, and we looked under the bus, picked up the thing under the bus. He's laying on the luggage up on the bus. And I was like, what are you doing? He was like, I ain't want to ride with y'all bitches up here. And he was just sitting, and he's just laying, posing.
So guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me, what is your favorite Jason Williams moment? Mine have to be when he crossed up Gary Payton, or when he pulled off that elbow pass. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and show love to the YG gang, and I'm out.
Nasty. Y'all let me know what y'all think about white chocolate, man. Comment down below, let me know. Hey, man. White chocolate for us, man. White chocolate.